that no longer did I feel like there's a piece of me that could be considered a liar. It was now verified.
It was a real life thing.
Yeah, it was verified at this point. So I was stoked about that. So, and then the funny thing is, I don't know if you remember, but I paused to look at this fucker right in his face, right, and point him out. And as I did, a guy behind me honked at me.
I do remember.
You remember?
And you got a little bit frustrated at each other.
Yeah, a little peeved.
Yeah.
We had a little road rage incident.
Mm-hmm.
This was a long time ago. I'm no longer that guy. This had to be at least 7-8 months ago.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know. I think we pulled alongside of each other, and I rolled the window down, and I think we had some not too kind words.
Yeah, it wasn't. Hey, how you doing? That's for sure.
Yeah, it sure wasn't. It sure wasn't. There was no
pleasantries.
Yeah, no pleasantries at all. So, but then I remember he kind of calmed himself, and he just said, like, "You're gonna cause an accident or something." And I was like, "Dude, you honking and coming up on my rear is gonna cause an accident." Yeah. I was stopped at a light, friendo.
Yeah.
I was turning right on a red light, so it's not like, you know.
No, he was absolutely in the wrong.
Yeah, it wasn't like I stopped at a green light. We were at a red light.
Yeah, and if you would have hurried, you would have hit Trash Bag Underwear Man.
Yeah, dude.
And that's a living legend. You can't take him out.
You can't take him out.
Preserve that soul.
Swear to God, you can't take him out. So, yeah, that was, I thought, a hilarious moment that all culminated together.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
That's why they call it the happiest place on earth, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what Walt loved, the Trash Bag Man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he nicknamed it that, because he's wandering around over there. So if anyone ever sees him, please take a picture and send it into the Humble Finessers.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. That was funny, man. But yeah, I really got to stop with the road rage stuff. Like I'm not nearly as bad now. I let stuff go, but
for the most part,
that's really in our. I feel like in our DNA too. Unfortunately, our dad had some crazy ones.
Yeah, but I feel like, I mean, when you're driving,
they deserve it.
No.
These fuckers deserve it.
When you're driving, though, you're already ramped up, you know, because
yeah,
I don't know, your senses are on full alert already.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Senses are just glowing red.
Yeah.
No, and everyone feels tougher in their car.
Yeah.
Like everyone feels safe and.
So when you're supposed to be safe on the road,
yeah,
and
there's anonymity of being behind a wheel because you can just drive away.
Yeah. And when you see other people not being safe, it's frustrating.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm really like the caped crusader of the road.
Yeah.
Like I don't get mad when people screw me over. It's like when they're doing things that are screwing everyone else over. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
But did you see the video of the guy on the motorcycle that kicked the car?
And
it
saw
started
that.
the whole chain reaction.
Yeah. Then the truck that got flipped probably didn't see any of it happen, and then suddenly they were being flipped. Man, that must have been so scary.
Yeah, it's viral right now. It's been all over the news because I guess that motorcycle guy's on the run. Like, they're trying to find out who it is, yeah. So they're searching for that guy because he, basically, if you haven't seen it, he kicks a car, and then the car swerves towards him, but then the motorcycle slows down just enough where the car swerves sort of past him, hits the wall, then careens through the middle of traffic, and basically T-bones a truck, and then the truck flips over, and the truck had nothing to do with it.
The truck was an innocent bystander.
Yeah, collateral damage completely. Yeah, so that was some nonsense.
Can you imagine, though, the guy that was driving the car that swerved towards the biker? His life's over.
Yeah.
I'm
wondering what they're going to do, like, charges-wise.
It's got to be... He's definitely going to lose his license for a long time.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he endangered so many people with just swerving into a biker. You just showed complete disregard. There's an old man. You probably saw the video. It went viral of the old man that... It was a similar situation, but it was just bikers that were doing nothing wrong, and they went into an oncoming lane to go around the cars, and the old man didn't like that.
Oh, yeah.
And he veered in front of them.
Yeah. Didn't he get arrested and charged?
That old man got life in jail.
He got life for that?
Or attempted murder.
Holy shit. Yeah.
So that car...
Yeah, that's serious.
He could get something similar.
Yeah, well, I was gonna wake me up.
Yeah.
Nah, I would never do anything like that. But, dude, do you remember like one time, actually down here in San Diego, like downtown, our father.
Mm-hmm. I remember this vividly. Actually,
he got into a road rage incident with some guy. It was probably no big deal, but our father proceeded to follow him for at least a few miles
with a screwdriver in his hand.
Yeah, with a screwdriver in his hand, and then he was. I don't even want to say it because it's so embarrassing. Just know, to the listeners out there, just know our father's no longer in our life and we don't associate with him whatsoever. So please don't put us in this category. But he literally reached into the glove box or something and was pretending to grab stuff. And then he had something, dude. I think it was like a sunglasses case. And he was holding it up to his ear like he was talking on the phone, like he was calling someone. I remember that. And he's just mouthing, not even saying words, and we're just sitting there watching him mouth into this sunglass case.
Yeah, that's
to try to scare this guy like he's calling someone.
Wow, I do remember that now.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah,
it's nuts.
No, but remember the first thing he did pull out the long. It was like a long flathead screwdriver.
You know? He did pull that bullshit. Yeah, and it's just like.
Following this guy through downtown San Diego.
Calling him all sorts of homophobic slurs.
Yeah. I forgot where we were actually headed to, but...
We went way past where we were going.
Yeah, that became the secondary objective. Yeah. And we were just along for the ride.
Got bumped down the list. Yeah, I don't remember where we were going either. Probably somewhere cool. Somewhere fun.
Always.
And then, we ended up on that wild ride.
Yeah, that was... excursion.
There's so many stories. I don't want to blow my load in one podcast and tell all these stories, so I'm going to sprinkle them about. But there's so many crazy stories.
Yeah, we got a whole
from
lot
that
of
era.
Stories for it.
Yeah, from that era, there's so many stories. So I feel like I just don't want to be like that. So I'm like working on it, and I'm just letting people go. Like, hey, you win, bud.
Go ahead. Through the half-eaten burrito.
Oh, yeah, see, I don't want to get into that story. I don't want to waste that story.
You tease him with it.
Oh yeah. He threw a burrito into a car. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
I need like a whole podcast to tell that story.
Yeah.
That was such a good one.
Yeah.
But he was absolutely nuts, and I just don't want to be that guy. I used to always get into confrontations like for no reason.
Yeah.
A guy. God, I wish we could call my ex-girlfriend and get her perspective on this because it would probably be really funny. But we were in line for a movie that was coming out at midnight. It was like a midnight showing, and some guy tried to cut in line, and I called him out on it, right? So he was sort of bitter. Him and his girlfriend, or more him than anything, his girlfriend knew they were wrong. And the thing is, they weren't even cutting. They were already ahead of us. They were cutting other people, and I was like, hey, no. Mm-hmm. So they made it into the theater before us, and these were small theaters, so we had a whole game plan. It was like, just go straight to the back row, because they're such small theaters, the back row is actually great.
Yeah.
So we go straight to the back row. Lo and behold, that guy and his girlfriend were sitting right there. So we have to like scoot past them, right?
Oh, man.
After we kind of got into it in the line, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what was in me, what got into me. But as we're scooting past the guy, I sort of lean in towards him and just say, with your bitch ass.
Oh my God. For no reason.
For no reason. I mean, not for no reason. He was trying to cut.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was over. Yeah. That was outside.
Yeah.
And I brought it inside.
Yeah. It was basically a new day.
Yeah. We turned a new page, and I wrote the same story on it. So I just leaned in and said, with your bitch ass. And then as I'm going down, he's like, he said something like, do you want to go outside? You want blah, blah. And I forgot what movie it was, but I was like, actually, no, I want to watch this movie. But if you want, after the movie, we can make that happen. But let me enjoy this movie first. Yeah. And that was pretty much the end of it. But him and his girlfriend were stewing. I think his girlfriend was trying to calm him down. My girlfriend was definitely trying to calm me down. Her move was just squeeze my arm as hard as she could. That was her thing.
Yeah.
So she's just squeezing my arm. And that was it. And then before the movie even started, during the previews, they actually left. So I was like, all right, great. Security's going to come get me. I'm getting booted. But nothing ever happened. But when I left the movie, I was definitely I was ready to go just in case.
Yeah, you walk out and he's there with all his boys.
Yeah. So I'm a different person now, thankfully. That kind of stuff, it's funny now, but it's really actually embarrassing. You know, like being a dick. I mean, the thing is, like I said, I'm the Caped Crusader, though. I'm like a superhero. So he was cutting in line. He was being a dick to other people that had nothing to do with me because he was already ahead of us.
Yeah.
It was the principle of it. Don't be a fucking ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't be a dick. So, I mean, at least my aggression is usually noble.
Yeah.
To give myself credit, it's usually noble. But I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy at all.
There's no sense in it.
There's no sense. It's not going to lead to anything good.
Yeah.
What about you? You been yelling at folks on the road or what?
No, I'm definitely still in that stage of my life.
Yeah.
Freaking out.
You're a little younger, so you know it's hopefully you calm it down before a motorcycle kicks at you and you crash into the wall.
I just don't like getting cut off with no blinker.
Yeah, dude, just use your blinker, dude.
I just feel like when people drive unsafe, I take it personal. Like, oh, so my life doesn't mean shit, huh?
Yeah. Oh, so fuck me.
Yeah.
No, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, and I see the lineage of asshole behavior.
Yeah.
I see like where it leads. So I feel like, all right, you cut me off with no blinker. If you follow that thread of power, like if you keep adding power to that person's life, you're eventually Hitler, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that. Maybe I'm an idiot for thinking that, or I'm crazy, but I really see like the lineage. I see like, oh, you use your blinker in heavy, or you didn't use your blinker in heavy traffic, so you don't give a fuck about anyone around you. So basically, if you had the power, if you were a dictator, you'd be Stalin. You'd be fucking, you know what I mean? And I see the lineage of asshole behavior, and that's what really pisses me off.
Yeah, no, for sure. Agreed.
Because it's just the seed. It's the seed, and then you give them enough power, it's a whole jungle of asshole behavior. And it eventually leads to genocide.
A whole jungle.
whole jungle of dickhead behavior.
No, Hitler, I do agree. Hitler absolutely started with a man that didn't use his blinker.
Yeah, that's what it was, dude. Or he ordered coffee at a cafe and didn't say thanks. You know what I mean?
And
it's the same behavior.
Work its way down the line.
Yeah, you follow the thread. It leads to genocide.
Yeah.
So use your blinker, people.
That's the message.
That's basically the message. So then I don't have to go crazy and psycho.
And call you Hitler.
Yeah, I don't want to call you Hitler. You think that feels good, to call people Hitler? It doesn't feel good, man. But yeah, so I'm going to let that go, because I have to drive tomorrow. It's going to be probably like a 10-hour drive because I have to make 2 stops and film things for the Something or Other Tour, shameless plug. Go check that out because it's a lot of fun. I just gotta let that go, man. And speaking of, I feel like this is a total 180, complete 180. But I just have to mention the Philando Castile video came out.
Unreal.
And it's one of the worst fucking videos I've ever seen in my life.
It's unreal. I don't even. Is it CGI?
I know it doesn't seem like it shouldn't be real. The fact that this coward could have a badge. And
he shouldn't have had one in the first place.
Dude, it's simple. Don't be a cop if you're, number one, racist dickhead. Mm-hmm. Or if you can't handle pressure. Like, you volunteered for that job. You volunteered to put your life in danger to help people.
Yep.
So don't just immediately start firing multiple shots into a car with a little girl.
Yeah. That's
just nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah, I actually didn't know until recently that his daughter was in the car. I thought it was just him and his wife.
Because in the first video, you didn't really see her because I think the other cop, or she jumped out of the car. So in the first video that went viral, the Facebook Live video, I believe you don't see the little girl at all. The fact that she sees him murdered in front of her and the trauma of that, she's going to be affected her whole life. she's gonna be affected her whole life, and she's gonna live with that and having to see that.